So when you first get the tripod, it's going to be a typical professional tripod used for photography. And you move the legs open, put it into the first position. The legs have 3 positions total, the first one being the most narrow. The second one, when we push down or pull out, depending on which model you have, it's going to be pull down, pull out. On this particular one, we pull up, and then we can move the leg. So let's move the leg to position 2, push that back in, and then it grabs position 2. Let's do it for all 3. Pull up, push back down, and then it goes into position 2. We don't need to go into position 3, but if you did, it would be the same function, where it just brings it out further. Okay, so we're in position 2 now. If we need to, we can extend the legs further with these locking levers. They go out about 15 inches, and you can bring it all the way out to 15 inches if you choose. And what this does is gives us a super stable platform to work with. This is about 4 feet across now. And when we're dealing with a massage table or some other unit, we can actually work these around. So these 2 legs, the massage table would be right about where my arm is, really close to the legs itself. So putting the massage table here, not all the way out, will give us a much closer working order. If we're really short on space, like I'm banging into the wall and you need more space, we're going to take this back leg, bring it to position 1, drop the leg down, and we're just going to move the leg up and down until the tripod is level. And so as we move this, we're going to go until we're level. There's a bubble level on the tripods which will help you out. You can also eyeball it, which works great. So this is on position 2 for the front legs, position 1 for the back leg. What that does is gives us the ability to really bring this in close to the back of the wall. Let's move on to the other workings of this. So let's say we wanted to move the head up. Simply raise it up, turn the collet, and that will lock the head in place. If we want to, let's say it's locked in the up position, but we still need to rotate, there's a silver knob right here. You're going to loosen that, which allows you to do full 360 rotation, which really helps fine-tuning these units to where we need them to be. There are, zoom in on this, there are rubber feet and these rubber feet can come off with a little bit of effort, and then there's a ball. So basically with that ball, you're going to stick this rubber foot on and it rotates as it needs to get into a position. And here is one of the locking levers. Move it up, move it down. If it feels like it's sliding and it's locked, take one of the Allen screws that comes with it and tighten this up a little bit until it stops doing that. You may find that this is a little bit harder to move then, but that will tighten it up nicely. Dropping it down, lock, lock. So the 2 major differences that we have going on with the tripods that you may get are in the bolt that the head attaches with, and also the piece that tightens the vertical movement on the tripod. The rest of it works the same way. On the one model, we lift up the head and then turn this knob, and then it tightens. On this model, we lift the head and we turn the collet, and that tightens it. To loosen, drop it down, and that's great. On this head, this bolt is permanently fixed in place, so the head doesn't rotate like this. On this head, we left the option in place to stick this wrench on. You can loosen it and then rotate the head and then tighten it back up, and when you're done, you pull the wrench off. So those are the two biggest differences going on.
What we have here is the tripod head and the accompanying shoe. And the tripod head doesn't have the feet on it right now, but it is the one that you get with your crystal lights or crystal bed. The shoe is basically the plate that slides in. And you can see that it's keyed. So as it sits in, push, slide, locks in place via this button here. We push it in, it allows this piece right here to move out of the way so the shoe can move. So when it's out, it's easy enough to get it in and out. Here is a lockdown, and what that does is turns a silver little piece right there and actually locks the shoe tight in place. This one is a safety catch on the left, safety, and this one actually tightens it down so it doesn't move. The reason why we want to tighten it down is that it creates a nice stable platform. If it's loose, the whole system's going to rock a little bit. So let's say you have your crystal lights or other system on here and it's covering it pretty well. And you can see that because it's covering it, you can't really turn this knob more than, half the turn, 180 degrees. But what you can do is when you're tightening it, when you get to that point where you can't go any further because it's hitting, pull out, turn it counterclockwise, and then start over again. And what that will do is give you the room to move it. So by pulling it out, it bypasses the screw and allows you to just move it. So that's a great little feature, great tip. When I have this set up correctly, basically the lever isn't going to be able to go any further, but when I do loosen it, it just turns 180 degrees, and that's enough to make this move. So we can just slide it right off. And that's the long and short of getting it on. Again, here's the main master bolt to tighten the whole head to keep it from rotating. We leave it tight because we don't need it to rotate. We want to keep it flat. And so that's it. Here's the little level, and this silver knob is the one that tightens the head to keep it from rotating, spinning around in a circle. And so that's it.